Alright, Caleb. It is Friday afternoon now. I'm way behind. As you can see, the boy and I are just driving back from Meridian. We got our haircut at our usual haircutter ladies' place. Just the ladies' place, obviously. There's two strapping gentlemen that go there to get our haircut. But, anyways, the theme for this week is running out of time. I was, trying to get ready for our trip on Monday. We're coming out to Seattle to see everybody and go to a wedding and help you out with some photography there. But yeah, it has just been everything getting away from me this week. So I ended up having to go buy a new battery for the old Ford Escape. So at least that's running now again and hopefully reliably. Since we'll be taking a long drive out to Seattle. But yeah, I have not been getting up to anything at all movie-wise this week, sadly. One thing I've been thinking about a lot though is when you talked on Monday about doing a serial or series for YouTube, which I think is an excellent idea. I've seen a lot of other people on YouTube talk about how a smart move right now would be to leverage that YouTube is kind of the largest platform out there for streaming. It's got the biggest audience of any streaming platform, and yet, there's not a lot of people taking advantage of that in terms of creative fictional series. I could be wrong. I just don't see it maybe. But in the circles of YouTube that I tend to get served, I don't see it. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think that your idea of having it kind of the kids maybe star in it, I was thinking that's pretty cool. This is yet a girl and a boy. I was thinking a good Lovecraftian character names. I don't know if you've read the longish, almost novel-like kind of novella, probably. The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, as I believe is what it's called. But it's the one where the young guy becomes obsessed with like his family history, and he turns out that one of his ancestors was a weird necromancer guy, and he was collecting the essential salts of people to bring back from the dead, sort of, to get information out of them. Weird, but lots of weirdness in that one. But you could have it be kind of a mystery. Have your fictional town in Washington. I was thinking you have it named after the ancestor character in that one marries some prominent local sea captain's daughter, I believe it was. I don't remember if she had a name in that story or not, but if she did, you could name a fictional town after her. I thought that was cool. And then have your two kid characters be, instead of Charles Dexter Ward, it could be Charlotte and Dexter. I don't know. Just an idea. Lots of fun things you can do with that. Have it be, like you said, kind of a monster of the week thing. I was thinking X-Files is a good kind of template. Buffy, maybe. I don't know. Buffy was, I never really got into that show. Not a Joss Whedon fan. Even before he was canceled, I was kind of thought he was a talentless writer, all this goofy horseshit dialogue. But anyways, but yeah, X-Files is a great one because you had your monsters of the week in X-Files, but then you had your kind of overarching plot throughout the series, which was more about the UFO conspiracy. Not saying they had to do UFO conspiracies for your series, but having kind of an overarching plot line plus having just kind of one-off monsters would be cool. And then, yeah, like I was saying, I think I commented on your video that when Gareth Edwards made the film Monsters, I believe was his first film, he said that in one of the behind the scenes or somewhere else that I saw him speaking, I can't remember now, that he went with tentacle monsters that you actually don't see much of. Sorry, I got some hair on my face. That because tentacles are easy to model and easy to animate when you're having to do all of the 3D modeling and animation yourself. That and having like mist-based or like particle-based monstrosities are A, I think, very Lovecraftian, and B, very doable in Resolve from what I'm seeing. Been watching a lot of Resolve tutorials on masking and roto, trying to figure out, what's the best approach there. Either green screen or magic mask or depth mat. A lot of interesting tools, a lot of fun stuff. But anyway, I am driving, so traffic's starting to pick up a little bit. It was pretty slow there for a minute. As you can see, the camera's probably kind of shaky. I just got it on the MagSafe dash holder on my dashboard. But it seems to work pretty good. Anyways, I will talk to you next week, but also talk to you Monday because I'll actually see you in person. So have fun and see you later. The boys being pretty quiet back there, but yeah. Anyways, we will talk at you later. Take it easy. I guess the drink for today was Monster. No beer in the car, that'd be wrong.